5,000 years ago, the nation of Kondak was a center of power and enlightenment. They thrived for centuries until King Aktun seized power with his army. His goal was to forge the crown of Sabak, an object infused with the powers of 6 demons that would make the wearer invincible. This crown needed a rare magical mineral called Eternium, which was only found in Kondak. Aktun slaved the entire population and forced them to dig all day long. When an old man finally found a piece of Eternium, the slaves started to fight for it until they were interrupted by Hurrit, who reminded them who the real enemy was. They took the Eternium to a guard and asked for a reward, but the guard stabbed the old man and threw him off a cliff. The guard almost attacked Hurrit too, however his father took him away just in time and reminded him to be submissive to survive. Tired of being a slave, Hurrit stole the Eternium and ran away. When the guards tried to follow him, Hurrit threw rocks at them to make them fall into the mines. Then he raised the Eternium with his hands shaped in a triangle that symbolized Kondak. All the slaves copied the gesture, being inspired to rebel. The guards soon captured him and tried to execute him in front of a crowd, but Hurrit suddenly disappeared. In a mysterious cave, Hurrit appeared in front of the Council of Wizards, who rewarded his heroism by granting him the powers of the Egyptian gods. When they yelled the word Shazam, a bolt of magic struck Hurrit. Unfortunately, by the time the hero arrived at the palace, Aktun had already finished the crown and its power destroyed the building. The hero still won the battle, and the wizards hid the crown to keep it safe. In the present, Kondak is occupied by an international criminal and mercenary organization known as Intergong. At a checkpoint, a guard is trying to inspect a van when suddenly Amon bumps into him. An argument ensues and the guard gets his baton ready, so Kareem asks if the van can leave. This distraction allows Amon to run away and the annoyed guard lets the van pass without inspection, which had been Amon's plan. Then the guard checks the wanted list on his gauntlet, which shows a picture of Adriana. At the same time, Adriana comes out of hiding in the back of the van. Since the Intergong is looking for the crown, Adriana wants to move it to a safer place. Amon soon catches up with the van and says he wants to help his mother, but Adriana sends him home. Eventually they reach the desert and Kareem stays in the van as a guard while the others go looking for the crown. The group enters a cave where Adriana translates the text on the walls, which says that the ultimate power was banned because humans got too greedy. When Adriana turns around she notices that Ishmael is missing, so Samir goes looking for him. Outside, Kareem is shocked to watch a wounded Samir land on the ground. Kareem rushes to check on him, but as Samir dies Kamir is surrounded by Intergong soldiers. In the cave, Adriana is startled by Ishmael, who says Samir went out for fresh air. As they keep advancing, Adriana realizes this is the tomb where the legendary hero rests. The crown is floating above some rocks, so Adriana carefully climbs up and makes a dangerous jump to grab it. At that moment the soldiers burst in, bringing Kareem as a hostage and catching Ishmael too. They ask for the crown and open fire, so Adriana jumps over a gap and hides behind some debris. When the soldiers threaten to kill her brother Kareem, Adriana runs through the shadows to appear behind the group, standing on the tomb. The soldiers immediately take the crown and put it in a secure suitcase. When a man is about to shoot Adriana, she reads the words on the tomb and ends with Shazam. A blast of magic strikes the room and all the soldiers are blown back as Adam appears. A soldier comes closer to threaten him but Adam simply disintegrates him with his powers. The other soldiers open fire, however bullets can't hurt him. While everyone is distracted, Adriana and Kareem start making their way out. Adam moves at outstanding speed to fight soldiers, bringing them down one by one without breaking a sweat. In the chaos, the suitcase falls and Ishmael runs to open it, only to find it empty. When a soldier tries to shoot a rocket, Adam blocks it by throwing a guy at it. The explosion severely damages the cave, which starts to collapse. The debris falls on top of Ishmael and a rock almost hits Adriana, but Adam destroys it with his magic. Then Adam flies up and continues to kill all the soldiers in the cave, so Adriana and Kareem finally run away. When Adam is finally done with his enemies, he blasts a hole in the cave to fly outside, where he encounters 2 helicopters. At the same time Adriana and Kareem get in the van and Adriana reveals she did save the crown. Soon several vehicles surround the mountain and open fire at Adam, who is still unharmed. He makes the choppers crash into each other and throws them to the ground, so the huge explosions bring down several soldiers. The rest of the crew has no chance against Adam's powerful abilities. When Adam lands on the road, Adriana and Kareem have to stop the van to avoid crashing into it. At that moment a soldier fires a rocket at them, so Adam catches it and reads the word Eternium before it explodes. He responds by obliterating the soldier, but the Eternium in the rocket has managed to hurt him. Adam tries to fly away but the pain causes him to crash on the ground. Inside the cave, Ishmael is perfectly fine. He's one of the leaders of the Intergong and he only pretended to befriend Adriana to get the crown. He finds a soldier still alive and kills him for his failure before calling the Intergong troops to ask for help. News of the incident soon reaches a US government official, who contacts Hawkman, the leader of the Justice Society. She wants him to send his team to Kondak and capture Adam. Hawkman then lists his chosen warriors. Cyclone has wind manipulation powers and is incredibly smart. Atom Smasher can change his size, and Dr. Fate can use god-level magic, thanks to his special helmet. When he touches it, he has a vision of an incoming battle with terrible consequences. The group leaves together in the Hawkman's cruiser. Meanwhile, Hurd is shown being taken away from his mother for execution. This dream startles Adam awake and he shoots lightning, thinking he's in danger. However, he's actually in Amon's room and his magic burns a poster. Amon tries to check on him, but Adam ignores him and uses his magic to heal his wound. Then he lifts Amon to move him out of the way, but he freezes in shock when Amon explains that 5,000 years have passed for him. Amon shows Adam that he's in the history books as the guy who defeated Akhtun and asks him to save modern Kondak too, but Adam says he's not a hero and breaks through the wall to reach the living room. When he notices the TV, he thinks it's a wizard trick and destroys it. Adriana begs for his help fighting the Energong and Adam is touched by her words, not to mention he recognizes her voice as the one who woke him up, so he agrees to help. After breaking through more walls, he flies to the middle of the city to stare at the statue of himself. Thinking about Hurt's capture makes him apologize. At the same time, Amon steals a radio from a guard and informs the Energong that Kondak has a superhero now. The guards start following him, but Amon moves faster on his skateboard and throws the radio into a bowl of soup. Then Amon puts up his hands like a triangle as he stares at Adam. Suddenly the guards tackle him and Amon is about to get hit, but Adriana comes to his defense. When the guard recognizes her from the wanted orders, Adriana smacks him with Amon's skateboard and tries to escape, only for the guards to surround her. At that moment Adam appears behind them and the guard strikes him with his baton, which just bends. Adam sends the guy flying into the sea, so the other guards open fire, but Adam blocks all the bullets. Soon more soldiers appear in the area, however Adam zaps them all to death. The last two men open fire from a tower, so Adam tackles them and breaks the building in the process. As the Justice Society arrives, Adam drops the guys to their deaths. Hawkman flies out just in time to catch them both, revealing he has wings. When he safely puts the men down on the street, the locals boo him. The soldiers try to run away, only to be zapped dead by Adam, who earns the crowd's cheer. Meanwhile, Fate turns invisible when he puts on his helmet and reappears in front of Adam, telling him to surrender or die. Adam attacks both heroes with his lightning, so Fate creates an illusion that recreates Adam's old home. This distraction allows Hawkman to punch Adam, causing him to crash. Hawkman then attacks Adam and a vicious battle ensues. Adam has the clear advantage here, yet Hawkman refuses to give up and keeps attacking over and over. Cyclone also joins the battle, creating a powerful tornado in the area that throws a bunch of objects around Adam. He immediately uses his magic to push the objects off and the shockwave almost hits Amon and Adriana, but Fate quickly teleports them out of the battlefield. When he touches Adriana's bag, he has a vision of the crown. As Adam and Hawkman continue to fight, Fate throws a magic beam at Adam to create a cage, but Adam breaks this too. Then Fate makes a bunch of duplicates of himself to hold Adam down. When Hawkman throws a truck, Adam destroys it with his magic, but this is a cover for Cyclone's and Hawkman's next attack. Adam charges himself up and causes a big explosion that sends all his enemies flying. When Adam is about to attack again, a giant Adam appears behind him and brings him down. The team thinks they've won, however Adam manages to accumulate enough charge to push Adam's fist and punch him as he flies up. Adam collapses while the crowd cheers for Adam, who flies away to hide in the palace. When the Justice Society tries to talk to Adriana, she snaps at them for only showing up now and ignoring her country's situation for 27 years. Hawkman demands to see the crown anyway, but Amon is already taking it away on his skateboard. When Hawkman warns her that Adam almost destroyed the city the last time he was awake, Adriana agrees to help them communicate with Adam. At the palace, Adriana asks Adam for his story. A flashback shows Adam entering the palace to kill a guard before he handed the crown to Akhtun, who begged for mercy. However, Adam wanted revenge and let his power blow up the building. The Council of Wizards was forced to call him unworthy, so they sealed him in the tomb. Discussing this story, Adriana convinces Adam to hear the Justice Society out. Meanwhile, Amon arrives home and finds Ishmael, who points a gun at him and Kareem. Amon is forced to give him the crown, but Kareem tackles Ishmael and Amon takes the crown back before running to his room. Ishmael shoots Kareem and goes after the kid, but when he enters the bedroom, Amon has already escaped through his secret passage. At the palace, the Justice Society tries to talk to Adam, but it ends in an argument. At that moment, Adriana gets a call from Amon, who is hiding behind a fence. He tells her about Ishmael and the Energong soldiers currently bursting into the building to search for him. Adriana asks Adam for help and he immediately flies off. When Amon tries to sneak out, the soldiers start chasing him. Amon tries to run as fast as possible, but suddenly an Energong mercenary bursts through the wall on his vehicle and captures him. Then Adam also appears and tells the man to release the kid, so the mercenary drops Amon from a great height. Adam flies fast enough to rescue him and leaves him in a safe spot before going after all the soldiers on the different floors. Ishmael takes the chance to steal Amon's bag but finds it empty. When Adam finally looks, Ishmael has kidnapped Amon on the Energong vehicle. Adam flies ahead to try to block it, but Ishmael presses a button that allows him to go through him. As more bikes join Ishmael as backup, Adam zaps a sign to make it fall. A vehicle goes through it and Adam is waiting on the other side to grab it, but this one doesn't have Amon, so he throws it at a building. Soon Hawkman also joins the chase and searches for Amon, but Adam pushes him back because he wants to be the one to do it. Adam grows big and protects the locals from the vehicle's fire while Cyclone uses her wind to make a bike fail. When Adam fails to catch it, he knocks down Hawkman instead. Adam follows the 2 remaining vehicles to the sea and lands on one, but this isn't the correct one either. He throws the driver off and crashes the bike into him. Ishmael forces his vehicle to go faster, yet Adam still catches up and grabs the bike to bring it down. After they crash on a farm, Adam opens the last vehicle and also finds it empty. It turns out the backup had been a trap to distract him, and Ishmael and Amon are escaping on a truck. Meanwhile, Fate enters Amon's apartment and puts Kareem to sleep before taking him to the cruiser, where Cyclone heals him using nanobots. She explains to Adam that a scientist kidnapped her when she was 15 and injected nanobots into her bloodstream, which gave her these powers. Hawkman brings 2 prisoners to Adriana's home and she immediately starts hitting them as she asks about Amon. Adam stops her and grabs the prisoners to take them high into the clouds, where he repeats the questions before dropping one of them. This terrifies the other mercenary into revealing that Amon was taken to the mines. Then Adam drops this man too, and Hawkman has to fly fast to save them both. When the heroes return to the apartment, Hawkman scolds Adam again for killing people and another fight begins. Soon every room is coming apart as the men keep using their powers to attack each other. No matter how much Hawkman tries though, Adam is quite stronger. When the fight takes them to Amon's bedroom, Adam hurts his hand after punching the desk. It turns out Amon left the crown there. The group takes the crown to the cruiser for analysis and they find a message inside it, which Adriana translates to life is the only path to death. The team wants to destroy it, but Adriana forbids them from doing so until they save Amon. The cruiser makes its way to the mines and the team looks at a map to analyze their options since the Energon protects the place well. Hawkman wants to make a plan to work together, but Adam flies ahead alone. Without hesitation, he starts destroying any structure on his way and killing any soldier who opens fire, easily bringing down their defenses in seconds. When Adam enters the mine, the others follow him and find Ishmael threatening to kill Amon if he doesn't get the crown. The heroes try to pretend they don't have it, but Adriana pulls it out of her bag. Hawkman immediately blocks her and Adam pushes him back so Adriana can run. When Fate tries to stop her too, Adam blocks his magic and reminds both heroes that this isn't their country. Ishmael then takes the crown from Adriana and reveals he's the last living descendant of Aktun. He calls Adam out for teaming up with outsiders and repeats the phrase from the crown before shooting at Amon. While Ishmael puts on the crown, Adam moves fast to stop the bullet and his fury causes him to unleash all his power. As soldiers drop dead, Fate protects Amon, Hawkeye saves Adriana, and Adam grows to protect Cyclone. Suddenly the entire mine blows up in a huge explosion. Adriana runs to check on Amon, who is alive but severely hurt. Adam moves some debris and finds the crown in the hands of a completely burnt Ishmael. Feeling guilty about Amon, Adam returns to the palace to stare at the statue. When Hawkman joins him, he tells him Hurrit's story. Adam was Hurrit's father, and after his son was taken away by the wizards, the king killed Adam's wife for revenge. Eventually Hurrit came home and found his father dying, so he transferred his powers to Adam to save him. As soon as Hurrit became human again, an arrow killed him. A furious Adam zapped the killers before letting the power of his rage take over his body. Adam killed Aktun, but the statue represents Hurrit. Now Adam admits that this power is a curse, so he says Shazam to turn it off. Afterward the cruiser dives into the sea to arrive at a prison for metahumans. The guards immediately put Adam in suspended animation and lock him up in a capsule full of water so he'll never be able to say Shazam again. After the cruiser leaves, Ishmael's body starts glowing in the lab. Fate keeps having the same vision, so he tells Hawkman that there's a calamity coming and that he'll die. However, Hawkman isn't afraid of death. Meanwhile, Adriana and Cyclone analyze the crown. They turn it around and mirror the letters, which changes the message to death as the only path to life. It turns out Ishmael kidnapped Amon on purpose because he knew Adam would kill him. Now his soul is in hell, where the 6 demons who infuse the crown with power do the same thing for Ishmael. When he says Sabak, his body transforms and the crown disappears from the lab. Soon Ishmael emerges with his demon body and gets ready to destroy Kondak. The team quickly opens fire from the cruiser, but bullets can't hurt him so Ishmael breathes fire at them. Then he grabs the cruiser and throws it at the city, destroying several buildings. The heroes come out to fight him and Fate stops his fire with a magic field. After Cyclone uses her wind to throw the flames back at him and Adam hits him with some debris, Ishmael starts fighting Hawkman hand to hand, but the difference in power is obvious. Hawkman tries different weapons, Cyclone throws objects at him, and Adam hits him with his huge knee, yet nothing is enough. Suddenly Ishmael turns invisible to attack with his fire, but Hawkman's helmet has infrared vision and he quickly finds Ishmael to stab him with his axe. However, Ishmael easily punches him to free himself and throws him through a building. Fate doesn't think they can win and creates a barrier so his friends can't follow Ishmael. His vision showed him he can take Hawkman's place, and for the first time in 100 years, he doesn't see the future. He gives his friends a heartfelt goodbye before going after the enemy. In the palace, Fate attacks Ishmael with his magic and multiplies himself to shoot multiple blasts. While Ishmael is distracted fighting all the clones at the same time, Fate appears in a vision for Adam to tell him they need him and opens his capsule. As soon as Adam falls out, the guards surround him and start beating him up. But, thanks to Fate's encouraging words, Adam fights back. Even in this weaker body, he manages to defend himself and bring down the guards long enough to escape. As he swims out of prison, Adam removes the tube from his mouth. In the palace, Fate almost captures Ishmael with magic, but the demon shoots fire at him to bring him down, causing the barrier to disappear. The team rushes into the palace, but it's too late. Ishmael hits Fate and burns him to ashes. Then Ishmael sits on the throne and shoots fire into the sky, which begins to darken. When the heroes are about to attack, Ishmael uses his power to summon the legions of hell, and skeletons appear all over the city. Adriana gets ready to defend Amon and watches the skeletons be run over by Kareem in the van. Adriana makes Amon run before she joins her brother in the fight. In the sea, an unconscious Adam reunites with the souls of his family, but Hurt tells him it isn't his time. Adam whispers Shazam and finally transforms again. At the same time, Amon runs around the city and convinces the locals that this is their chance to take their home back, making the triangle sign that everyone copies. While fighting Hawkman, Ishmael shoots the statue and it almost crushes Amon, but Adam arrives just in time to save him. After Adam takes the statue from him, Adam punches Ishmael to free Hawkman, who permits him to kill this time. While Amon guides the locals to fight the skeletons, Ishmael and Adam have a final battle for the future of the country. Ishmael's magic can hurt Adam and he collapses many times. It's painful, but he keeps doing it as bait, so Hawkman can sneak behind Ishmael to stab him again. Ishmael immediately responds by killing him, only to discover it's an illusion. It turns out Hawkman has taken Fate's helmet and now he's creating multiple copies of himself. These clones push Ishmael against the throne and Adam grabs him by the horns. Concentrating on controlling his rage, Adam flies up before pulling the horns to tear Ishmael's whole body in half. The villain's death causes the skeletons to instantly disappear. Afterward, Fate's helmet dissolves. Adriana promises to keep an eye on Adam, so the Justice Society leaves without arresting him. The locals keep chanting for Adam, who decides to destroy the throne and become the country's protector under the name Black Adam. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.